Betway sponsors Froch versus Groves 2 on Sky Sports.
Yeah, part 2 with Virgil Hunter. First and foremost, I want to apologise. I stalled you out from the press conference. I got told off, you got told off, and it's all my fault. What can we say?
Hey, look, no problem. You still the man, and I know that, and I'm telling everybody else on camera, he's the man.
You're a top man.
And the only way we let that go is because I let it go, but
like
he's
that,
the man.
I like that, sir.
Okay.
To pick up on what we was talking about, we're just coming into the main event. Froch defending both his world titles against George Groves in the rematch. We're here today in Wembley, soaking in some atmosphere. How do you see this one playing out, Virgil?
You know, I've been saying that it depends on the type of fight Groves fights. I think that if he has his mind made up to win a 12-round fight, it should go his way. If he paces himself and picks his spots and boxes and counters and uses ring generalship. And the reason why I say that is I don't know if Froch has made the necessary adjustments. He might have trained harder. He might have had a more serious, demeanor about training. But sometimes that means you just take a longer beating. Being in shape don't mean you win. It means that you might take a longer beating. So I think that if it does get into a war, I think Froch, it's a 50-50 fight, because I don't think Groves, I think that he might like a war, but I don't think that it's in his DNA to war. I think he should box. And so I think if it goes to that, it could be a very interesting fight. Also, the first round I think will tell quite a bit in this fight. If Froch comes out of the first round and it's pretty even, pretty successful, and he's showing some things in the first round that is quite apparent that they worked on in the gym and they made some adjustments, and he was able to make Groves hesitate and sit back and readjust himself what he wanted to do. It could quite possibly be very interesting there.
What if you was in Froch's, something's happening again, I don't know what it is. If you was in Froch's corner, what would your tactics or what would your advice be to him, Virgil?
Well, it starts in the gym, and once you get to the corner, you got to know what he could do in the gym. And I was asked this question, but quite naturally, since the potential of us fighting again could happen, it's like I can't really tell him what he should do, but he, up to this point, he's never learned how to point his man, particularly a man who's quicker than him. He's never learned how to point him off, and he's never learned how to, use his jab, his sleight of hand to, throw timing off, throw speed off and his rhythm off and keep him where he wants to. Now, that's not saying he didn't learn this time, but he didn't show that in the last fight. Now, whether or not it was his confidence, and he said he was overconfident, he didn't think much of it, that could be true, so we'll see.
May I ask you what, please don't say if you don't know, but what would Andre Ward's thoughts be on this fight? You probably spend more time with him than anyone else.
What did Andre what now?
Yeah, what would Andre Ward's thoughts on this fight be? You and him spend a lot of time together.
What would his thoughts
be on this fight?
Who would he pick?
Who would he pick, yeah?
He's got it 50-50. For the reason that Groves hasn't shown that he could go a strong 12 rounds yet. And he's also hittable himself, in spite of his speed, he has quite poor defense. So it's not like he's out of the way of punches either. So I think he has it 50-50 on Froch, knowing this time that he's in a fight, and at the same time Groves exhibiting the same kind of confidence. I think Fitzpatrick really, if he did his job, he would really tone him down and warn him. Rematches all through history can go another way. It's good to be confident, but you have to be alert and you have to show this man respect. And he proved that the last time when you fought him. You didn't show him respect and he hurt you. So I think if they have that going on, it could help Froch quite a bit. So Dre has it 50-50.
All right, well, listen, I'm not going to take up too much of your time. I've already had you
No
for about
problem.
half hour.
No
so
problem.
As always, I really appreciate you giving me a bit of time.
You're
You're
welcome.
a cool guy. And
You're welcome.
It's a pleasure to spend a bit of time with you.
Same here.
Thank
Same
you very
here.
much. And
Okay.
look forward to seeing you fight night. Thank you very much.
Same
Cheers,
here.
Virgil.
All right, take care.
Betway sponsors Froch versus Groves 2 on Sky Sports.